nice sound effect. Hello and welcome back to the Shallow Proclamation. My name is Paul, and as always, I'm joined by...
Thomas. Dr. Zeus.
Dr. Zeus over there. Welcome back. We are about to watch episode 6 of The Power of the Daleks. So the final part of this story, the final part of the first ever Patrick Troughton story. So let us know what you think of this story. Chuck it, any thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoy the channel and you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. That's really great as well. And do pass this on to other people who you think might enjoy it. We'd love to have more people on board. It's always fun engaging with people. Should we watch episode 6? Next episode. No.
What is that song?
The next episode by Dr. Dre with Snoop Dogg, I believe.
I quite like that song.
You just get a real sense of these Daleks flooding into the place.
Repeat, this area is restricted.
I was in the library, in the restricted section,
or you shall be
and
exterminated.
I stumbled upon something called
What do we do now, Doctor?
Horcrux.
This way.
Merlin's beard, Tom. You don't want to read about that sort of magic, do you? For purely research purposes?
They will
Of
be
course.
exterminated.
Oh.
We've won! The revolution's over. I'll pass the word to Val McKebble and the rest.
Wait.
Well, take the
Revolution
lot.
is not quite over yet.
Pencil's dead. You're the new
The
governor.
lot? You can't have the lot. Like,
Not
there's
quite.
other people on the train. Give it to us!
Mention
Like,
Kebble, Val, rabble.
do you see they're going to do a TV series of
You
it?
think I can ever be
Are they?
secure in
No
that
way.
chair? while
Just
that
been announced
rabble
in the last few
goes
days. It's going to be like a
on?
HBO
Pencil
thing.
Yesterday.
What, of the
Tomorrow it'll be
books?
my turn.
Yeah.
Wow, so
Let them
just
rebel.
new cast, everything.
It'll be everything, and because it'll be a TV series, presumably it'll include
them
more than
attack.
the films does, you know.
Then we can crush them
Wow.
utterly.
I'd
Which
be
I
quite
think is a good
intrigued to
idea.
see that.
Yeah, I'm well up for it.
We.
I mean, the films
Yeah.
hold a special
We've come a
place in
long
my
way
heart
together, you and
because
I.
we watched them loads
You're going to
growing
back
up,
down
and
now.
some
Yeah.
of they're funny.
Yeah.
Just arrest
Everyone.
Some of the child
must be
acting,
killed.
but I'd be up for a series actually.
Must they all
No,
be
we're just
slaughtered?
reading through the books in our house at the moment, and I'd forgotten how... I've obviously seen the film lots. I have read the books a few times already.
Are you still with me?
You
You telling
forget...
me you've read Harry Potter multiple
so.
times
Then do as
and
I
you're
say.
a Christian?
I'm glad.
Well, the two can't be compatible. But yeah, you forget what bits were left out in the films, you know. Nice. It's all happening in this episode, isn't it?
It's brutal, isn't it?
Your usefulness is over.
Oh, that's a chilling line, isn't it?
Opportunity to run now.
That is pretty chilling, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty brutal.
Liking the music as well.
This is the governor speaking.
He's nuts trying to talk to the Daleks.
This is the governor speaking. Sounds like something like a club DJ would say at the start of their set.
Letterson, what's in that cupboard?
What's that song? You know the song Earthquake?
orders.
God's
Dead.
No.
The Daleks have killed them. You still
Doesn't
have your guard units in the interior. How long will it take them to
that
get
start
here?
something like that?
Well, get them.
Hello,
they'll be
this is
intercepted by the Daleks.
Labyrinth
Exactly.
speaking.
It'll draw them away from here and give the Doctor a chance to deal with them.
I refuse to allow my
We'll
guards
play
to be
that song
sacrificed.
after
In that
this.
case, the Daleks will destroy everything on this colony.
I am your servant.
We do not need humans now.
Good impression.
But you wouldn't kill me. I gave you life.
Yes, you gave us life.
Whoa. He's still alive. Oh.
Hang in there for a second.
Oh, I like that.
Nice sound effect.
The best bit of the Dalek story is watching it all blow up, isn't it?
Yeah.
You used the power from the colony's electric supply, overfed it, and blew up their temporary static circuit. Well, didn't you?
Did I do all that?
You may have stopped the Daleks, but have you any idea of the damage you've done to the colony?
Oh, there was a blowback, was there?
A blowback. Our power supply has been destroyed. It'll be months before we can get things back to normal.
Velma.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Yes, but did it have to be this way?
I did a lot of damage, did I?
Come on.
I think we'd better get out of here before they send us the bill.
I bet it's going to move. Oh, that's a great finish.
Nice. So bring up, let's rewatch some of the surviving footage.
We are not ready yet to teach these human beings the law of the Daleks.
Nice. Oh, there we go. We are getting some factory action.
Yeah.
They look quite skinny, those Daleks, don't
Yeah, I think they're just models, so...
they? Right, yeah.
Exterminate all humans!
Can't be
Exterminate
Yeah, yeah.
all humans! Exterminate! Annihilate! Destroy! Exterminate all humans! Exterminate all humans! Exterminate! Annihilate!
It's
Destroy!
almost a shot-for-shot remake,
Daleks
isn't it, in
conquer
the
and
animation?
destroy! Daleks conquer and destroy! Daleks conquer and destroy! Daleks conquer and destroy!
Wow.
There you go. I don't know, because there was another clip there that had a few more, which is a bit longer. I don't know if...
Oh, there's like a
There's
tiny
another
bit
bit.
here. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, what about that 8mm bits there? Because that looks a little bit different, doesn't it?
Yeah. So 8mm footage, is that like, did they have extra BTS cameras that were going or something, or?
I assume it's someone filming their TV.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, you can see the reflection.
Yeah.
This old body of mine is wearing a bit thin.
It's over.
That's the first footage of Patrick Troughton I've ever seen,
There you go.
Doctor, I know it is. I think
apart from the regeneration.
face has changed.
This looks like a guy holding a phone, doesn't it?
I don't know. I couldn't make it out.
Yes. All that is needed to wipe out this entire colony.
Oh, I'd be intrigued to see this, actually. A trailer from those days.
Program, a look ahead to tomorrow on BBC One. Doctor Who begins a new adventure on the planet Troughton in the year 2020.
The year 2020.
Wait, what? We could make another COVID reference, Paul.
Yeah.
Come in and meet the Daleks. Oh, the Daleks.
The Daleks are back tomorrow night in Doctor Who at 5:50.
Yeah, it's a good story. I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, what are your thoughts kind of overall on that whole thing then? And also the surviving footage in bits, I guess, seeing, obviously that's, sheds a bit of light on the production, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I think my favourite bit from that episode was the line from Lesterson about, humans have had their time and now these Daleks are taking over, and he's weirdly kind of impressed by them. It's like, this is the, survival of the fittest, this is what's replacing us kind of thing. It's a bit like in Alien when the android guy describes the xenomorph as like the perfect organism. It's like you can't help but be impressed by their clinical kind of murderous precision, which is quite chilling. But yeah, so I thought that was interesting. And then I think overall across the whole story, the Daleks are the most formidable that we've seen them in the classic era so far.
Yeah,
especially that final part where they're just killing people basically, and it's pretty bleak.
Yeah,
but well done. And then I like the fact that the Doctor, in destroying them, actually caused quite a lot of damage to the base, collateral damage. And he kind of makes a joke about it, and you're kind of like, yeah. But to be fair, he did save their lives, so
yeah.
Yeah. What did you make of it?
Yeah, I mean, I think I agree about the Daleks being the most formidable that we've seen them so far. And it's interesting because in that last episode, they're kind of doing what we see them do a lot these days, which is just indiscriminately killing everybody. But I think there's something, it feels a bit more brutal given the build-up to it, the way they've been, and the fact they have been so cunning and manipulative and kind of skulking in the shadows and, just manipulating the situation so that people think they're good. It just then makes that last bit pack more of a punch than just them bursting in from the start and doing that.
Yeah.
And the indiscriminateness of just like, doesn't matter who they're killing, they're just killing anyone. And then the humans realising that they can't control them. I really like that.
Yeah.
So I think, it's a really good use of the Daleks.
It felt like a quintessential Dalek story in a way. And that feels weird to say because this is still while it's being developed. But just think like all the elements of what you'd consider to be a good Dalek story. You've got the cliffhanger where there's a sense that one survived right at the end, so they'll return. And then you had things like people distrusting the Doctor, but then they realise that he's their only hope. That's kind of a classic theme you get in a lot of Doctor Who episodes, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a shame that that none of these episodes survive. So we're not really, although we're hearing all the audio, we're not really getting to see Troughton himself. Like you said when we watched that little bit of footage just a moment ago, it's the first time I've seen Patrick Troughton actually moving.
Yeah.
And it's a shame really because obviously these first 6 episodes don't exist. They've been reconned. The next 4-parter doesn't exist. Actually the Troughton era, there's a lot missing, but fortunately most of it's been restored, reconstructions. But it might take us a little while before we get to see some real moving Patrick Troughton, because I feel like you get a better sense of him then than you can from the animations. Because even though the animations are really good, you get the faces are very static, aren't they? A lot of the time, so you're not really getting they don't convey well some of the things that I think Troughton is very good at. But fortunately, there is plenty of episodes that do exist as well, so we won't be short of seeing Troughton moving around. But it might take a while to get there and get a real sense for him, I suppose. But...
Labyrinth, come in.
Oh yeah, of course.
When did that come out? 11 years ago.
Gosh,
amazing.
Yeah. It's not really my bag, if I'm honest. But
no, I do think that drop's quite good though.
Dear me. Yeah, no, I'd be interested to know, people's thoughts on this story, though, down in the comments, kind of.
Bring it back.
Bring it back to Power of the Daleks. I mean, I don't think anybody ever expected Labyrinth and the Power of the Daleks to be linked, but here we are. There
we go.
Doing you the work for you so others don't have to.
Yammering mouth.
I'd be interested to know what you guys think of this first story for Patrick Troughton, and what you make of Patrick Troughton at this stage, I suppose, because I know lots of people are fans, but it'd be interesting to know what you make of him just after this 6-parter, particularly if you've only seen him in animation so far, like Thomas.
Yeah, and if you grew up at this sort of time, what was the general mood around him? Yeah, there was some people were commenting on that on one of the previous week's episodes, and that was quite interesting to read. People who were there first time through, but So, any other thoughts on that? No. Cool. All right then. Well, in that case, we'll wrap up there. And join us soon for more Patrick Troughton. Like I say, put your comments down below, give us a like and subscribe, and join us next time. Thanks very much. Bye-bye. Goodbye.